Patreon.com/the Walk Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there. Good morning, Joel. That's a nice Blue Jays hat.
That's a nice haircut you got there.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
You know, I've been
Whoa.
getting so many comments referring to me as the homeless guy. Hey, I like what the homeless guy said there. Or the homeless guy sure is dumb. So who's homeless now? Okay. I mean, I might look like a drug addict or something, but not homeless. I'm a drug addict with a home and access to barber supplies, I suppose. All right, we're off
No,
the rails already, not even a minute in.
I'm
Uh,
impressed.
Joel, let's just get right to it.
Hmm. Let's get right to
Uh,
it.
right off the start, I just want to acknowledge Hey Kami, Joel, sitting in one of our three awesome bench pieces, filling in for Scott while he is on the IL, the
Yeah,
international list, because he is off in Africa. Can we call it that?
absolutely. When it comes to Scott, happy to be a bench piece.
There you go. Best bench in the game, better than the starters, most would say. So, anyways, thanks to you, thanks to Garth, thanks to Craig for filling in over the course of the last few weeks. Scott returns this Friday, so there we go. Anybody who's a Scott fan will be excited for that. Anybody who's not, well, we hope you keep tuning in, anyways. All right, that is all I got for the Scott returns Friday news. We have a lot to talk about today. I want to touch on baseball cards. Today's a big release day in the calendar year for baseball card collectors, so we'll touch on that a little bit. Full disclosure, I'm not a baseball card expert, but I get a lot of comments, a lot of DMs about baseball cards, so we'll touch on that a little bit. I'll pick your brain. We're going to talk wins above replacement. We're going to talk the true meaning of Moneyball. We're going to talk Nevermind Groundhog Day. Players report to spring training as the true sign that winter is almost over.
Oh, yes.
And then we have a super secret Patreon project that we may just have an off the record discussion about and throw out for the Patreon only. So that'll be some fun to get to. Before we get to any of that, though, we are doing Moneyball trivia at the end of the month. We did Major League, the Charlie Sheen Classic last month. A lot of fun there. Ian won himself a Blue Jays fitted cap. All right, there we go. We got the Oakland Athletics Moneyball hat on for sure. So Moneyball trivia at the end of the month. I'm doing trivia questions for you today, Joel.
Oh, you got one for me?
I got one for you. So you're helping write the trivia questions because you're our Hollywood guy. You're our Hollywood insider. You have seen Moneyball hundreds of times?
Yeah, about, I'd say, easy 300.
And that's not exaggeration. This
No.
is literally, you watch this the way I watch The Office. It's just on in the background. It's therapeutic at this point.
Yeah, when I was writing my Tommy John script, it was literally background music that I would just constantly. It was like an album that I was playing over and over and over.
All right. Well, I don't have a Chris Pratt from Moneyball Funko Pop, but I do have a Chris Pratt as Andy from The Office. No, from Parks and Rec Funko Pop. So I brought him out for today's episode just for you. That's as close as I get to Moneyball.
That works. That works.
All right. So trivia question for today. You're helping write the trivia question for this upcoming episode, but for today, I'm cheating. I'm using ChatGPT. This is your nemesis. This is your nemesis, okay? And a little bit mine too, but we'll see. We're using it anyways. So here's the question for today. What actor was originally considered for the role of Billy Bean in Moneyball before Brad Pitt was cast? It's multiple choice. George Clooney, Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Matt Damon?
Wow. That's a question that goes beyond knowing the script. So
I thought you'd like this one.
All right. I the answer doesn't come to me just like that, so I'm gonna have to guess on it. You said
George Clooney, Tom Hanks,
DiCaprio.
Leonardo. Yeah.
I would
So
probably figure in 2012 2012. Damon
Ooh, close, but way
DiCaprio.
off. Try again.
Oh wow, they went with an older guy. Clooney.
It was Clooney. On your third try, you got it. So, hey, as far as baseball goes, if you're successful a third of the time, you're a Hall of Fame career, buddy. So,
Oh, I have not gotten to the part where the potential casting was discussed. So
this is the deep dive. These are the tricky questions that we sprinkle in. We do about 30 questions on trivia night. Some are low hanging fruit, some are going to be a little bit of a challenge. So, that was one of the more challenging ones. However,
it's
I
it
do have
goes
to put.
down to the Brat Pack there from Ocean's 11. It was that group, I guess. That
Hey,
was
there you go. um, was Tom Hanks the only one not in Oceans, eh?
yeah, yeah. He's the. That's why I went all the Ocean's guys
Ah,
first.
right. Okay, so little caveat here. ChatGPT is not perfect. I'm not 100% sure that this trivia question is correct.
Oh, well then let's pretend that it isn't.
So,
That I
okay,
still got it right.
so I have a follow-up question. This is where my first red flag showed up, okay? When I first started giving prompts to ChatGPT, I've been doing this for a little over a week now. Uh, Write me an obscure and funny trivia question for the movie Moneyball with 4 multiple choice answers. That was my first prompt. You know what it did? It wrote me a great trivia question. It gave me 4 answers. It did not tell me which one was correct. So this goes back to the garbage in, garbage out idea. You got to be very good with your prompts. So I also added for my second attempt and tell me which answer is correct. It gave me one. Now this is an obscure one. I haven't seen Moneyball as much as you, so this is going to be our litmus test to see if it actually knows what it's talking about or if it's just pulling words and putting them in a sentence. So, the trivia question that I haven't used because I'm not confident it's a real piece of trivia, but you might know this one. What is the name of the mystical creature that Billy Bean, played by Brad Pitt, believes is the key to winning games in Moneyball? Is it a griffin, a phoenix, a basilisk, or a unicorn?
They might be pulling questions out of their ass. They talked about mystical, mythical creatures that are the reasons that they win in Moneyball. I don't know if they ever talk about any of those animals.
So the correct answer it gives is a phoenix. I would have
We're
guessed
gonna go find the
unicorn.
scene.
I'm
We're gonna have
assuming
to
this is a description of a baseball player who fits their Moneyball formula, and they must refer to him as, yeah, this guy's a unicorn for X reasons, or yeah, this guy's a phoenix because it's a bounce back kind of a year or something.
like they call him an island of misfit toys at one point. They call Kevin Euclid the Greek god of walks, but I don't know if they ever talk about. Well, maybe we should watch Moneyball and see if we can find any specific instance where they say any of those 4 creatures, and then we'll know that ChatGPT is taking us for a ride.
All right. I'm going to just submit it one more time. We're going to see if we can get a third one to be the conclusive thing, and then we'll move on from here. So, one more time, write me an obscure trivia question, 4 multiple choice answers. Tell me which is correct. So, okay, the one it's come up with is in Moneyball, what is the name of the Boston Red Sox GM who works with Billy Bean to implement the Moneyball system? Is it Theo Epstein, Brian Cashman, Alex Anthopoulos, or Dave Dombrowski?
Well, it's Peter Brand in the movie who works with him. Dave Dombrowski would have been the GM, I believe, is who they brought in at that point in 2004. That's the alternative that they brought in to Billy Bean. The answer is definitely not Alex Anthopoulos. We know that. Even though I want it to be. I think these questions are. I think the thing's having fun with us because I don't know if that doesn't make sense to anything that's in the movie.
the
Brian
answer
Cashman's never in the movie.
the answer it's giving me is Theo Epstein.
Theo Epstein's never in the movie. He comes in after he literally gets the job in like what 2004. After the movie is done, I think he gets the GM job, right? So
All right.
I don't think Theo Epstein's ever in the movie.
Okay, so what we've accomplished here over the first 10 minutes of this episode, we've weeded out all the casual viewers who are not here for the nonsense. And we have established that if you work at a listicle type website like BuzzFeed or whatever, I'm sorry that you got laid off. But if you work trivia, your job is safe.
The issue is it might be going to the book.
Oh, how many times
There's
have
a
you read the book?
Moneyball book that is much more expansive than the screenplay.
I might
So
have.
it might be going
This might be on
the
me
novel.
then. I might need to tweak my prompts to
Mm,
specify that it's Moneyball movie trivia.
yeah, because it may be.
Ah,
Yeah, it might be going to the book. It
all
is
right.
adapted. It's an adapted screenplay.
Fair enough. Okay, we're gonna move on to baseball cards. Thank you for sticking with us this far. Before we do, we have an ad from our new sponsor that we got to get to, so I'll play that here. I'll just cut this in, Joel. For you, you won't see an ad. For everybody else, this is kkpoker.net/thewalkoff. All right, and that's our ad for KK Poker. So support the show by supporting our sponsors. We're done with BetStamp in the sports gambling world. We've moved on to poker. So I don't know if this is a step up or a step down. They're not going to like me referring it as a step down, so it's definitely a step up. I'm not a big sports gambler, but I have been known to play some cards with the boys on a good Friday night. So KK Poker, your online poker site. KK Poker / the Walk Off Podcast. Okay, let's move on then, Joel. It is February 15th. It is my birthday. It is baseball card release day.
Birthday,
Oh, thank you. I was fishing for that. My birthday is a weird holiday around the house because it's like Valentine's Day was yesterday, so it's a big deal for the wife, and then now today's a big deal for me. So I'm expecting flowers when I wake up, or when my wife when we're done here. All right. Baseball cards. Do you collect baseball cards at all?
I did a lot when I was younger. Not so much. I would say that I collect them so much now, but
All right. Well, this is
they've
going to be
become
this will
a
be a
like stock market system, right? Like it's about.
yeah. People are really heavily investing. This is going to be a short segment then, if you don't know much about baseball cards, because
Oh,
I know probably even less. I haven't collected baseball cards since I had a bike that I would put them in the spokes of. So that's about my extent of baseball card collecting. However,
yeah,
we do get a load of DMs on the Patreon, through Instagram. There's a good discussion going in our Discord about baseball cards. So this, I guess, part of the show is just me opening it up to the floor and, well, not you, but the comment section, and asking, is baseball card content really something that people would be interested in? Because I'm not an expert. I don't have the funds or resources to actually play baseball cards like a stock market. So this would be a casual community, we're all learning together kind of thing. Maybe you also collected baseball cards when you were a kid. You've been thinking about getting back into it now that the Jays are awesome and worth watching all the time. And we have some young guys with baseball cards worth holding on to. Maybe this is something we can learn and get through the weeds together. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on baseball cards, if that's something that we should waste any of our time on or not. So, okay.
I get requests all the time to have just a specific part of my TikTok channel being live card openings. Right? People love
Yeah.
to watch those cards and
I've seen that on YouTube and stuff too. It is a pretty, looks like pretty popular content. My concern with doing it, like I'm not unwilling to do it, it's just that I know nothing about it, so I would feel guilty opening a $100 box of baseball cards and then ruffling through them and being like, I don't know what's a good card and what's not a good card. You know what I mean? I'd probably be driving people nuts as they're like, oh, he's mishandling the Aaron Judge double shiny Indo reverse Uno card. So I don't know. Every Aaron Judge card I get, I'm crumpling and I'm tossing aside, whether it's rare or not. How's that? That goes for all Yankees. All Yankees. There you go. All right. Anyways, let us know. Do you want Joel and I to start a baseball card channel? I guess is the end result of this. That's where we're going with this. All right. Let's move on to some real baseball talk. We're 15 minutes in. We've thoroughly weeded out the casual fans.